Hey guys, welcome back. Uh, you know the drill. Episode 6 of the season 2 just aired. The other day. So let's get started then, shall we? So the episode opens up with the simulation of Spartan 3's investigating a Covenant ship actually attacking it and trying to capture it, or at least outright, destroy it. And I'm not gonna lie though, nothing too much there, but the armor designs for the Spartan 3s are pretty good here. I like the representation of the SPI armor. We don't see that in actual media outside of books that much, so I'd say it looks pretty good here. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. Nothing I can complain too much about that, but let's keep going. After the failure in the simulation, where Perez seemingly has developed some odds relationship with Kai, who is obviously training the Spartan 3s because of the whole Spartan 3 program. It's very interesting, the whole dynamic here, but over time, I don't think it gets all that much better throughout the episode, but it kind of it's very interesting, to say the least, though. Now then, continuing. Back on, I think it was this planet, I don't know what the name of it is, I can't remember it. But anyway, so it continues the storyline with Quan and the lady from Sanctuary, where seemingly there's this hole, I guess, is supposed to lead to some kind of tunnel, which Quan does go down later on with Dr. Halsey, where it's good, or they discover actually that turns out Miranda Keyes has been here, I guess, this whole entire time, so she is in fact alive. So she got off reach somehow, and has been down there ever since, doing some kind of, I guess, investigation or something like that. But very, very interesting from that front. So it's gonna be interesting to see where that goes. Anyway, continuing. Back on the Covenant side of things, we see Maquis, the Arbiter, and Cortana on the Covenant ship. As it turns out, Maquis has having Cortana like help her try to essentially keep things afloat, whereas it turns out we actually see a Covenant priest who mentions the word Ndama, so we all know a reference to that. So very interesting to see that there. But at the same time, though, turns out Cortana's transmission the Covenant ship's location to the UNSC. It gets into contact with Paragowski, who tells her to try to get as much information as she could. While at the same time, later on, Cortana gets into contact with Chief, which we'll get into that later on. But it seems to me, very evident is that we're seeing some kind of schism going on. So are they really like going too fast? Because that doesn't like the Great Schism doesn't start until way into Halo 2. So maybe a little too early, but again, this is the Silver timeline, so it's not exactly following the game canon all too much. But still, though, kind of paints a very interesting picture as towards the end of the episode, the elites are beating the holy hell out of each other, killing each other with energy swords, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. But I guess, well, let's keep going. And the next thing you see here, where Chief is couch. Remember that? Remember back in the second episode on Visegrad, where Silver Team was trying to investigate that relay? Well, the troopers there actually captured Chief again, and they have him hogtied, but that obviously doesn't last very long for him, as he escapes and beats the holy hell out of every single one of them. He didn't stand much of a chance in taking Chief down before he could successfully escape, which he did. But in the next scene, though, Kai comes out to try to talk some sense to the Chief, but it doesn't end out too well, and she beats the holy crap out of him, where she somehow asks him if Maquis sent him, because since, Maquis was on Sanctuary, because Chief told Kai that. But, Chief obviously asked her, like, where the hell were you when Reach fell, when Vanek was dead? Like, Kai didn't even really react all that much to Vanek dying. I'm like, that was literally one of your freaking teammates. And you should have been there helping Silver Team try to take Reach back. You should have been there. You should have been there. Full freaking stop. Full stop. So it's insane. It's so out of character for Kai. Like, I don't get it. It is so weird. Like a complete 180. It's a character assassination in my opinion of Kai's character. But that's just my opinion. And finally, as you can see here, You remember the whole Cortana thing I mentioned earlier? Well, she meant to get into contact with Chief and actually helped him, get to the artifact for a very good reason. As it turns out, Maki can't really react with the artifacts like she used to in season one. So very interesting scenario there. So where it seemingly can only happen if both are touching the artifacts at the same time. Because seemingly they're trying to get the location of the Halo ring. So that's kind of very interesting there. So that basically ends episode 6. I thought this episode was generally better than episode 5 was, so again, it definitely seems like episode 5 was the weak link of season 2 so far. We'll see how that pans out with the last 2 episodes, so we are almost there. We only got 2 more to go. But generally, so far, I actually like season 2 despite some of my qualms with it. Like, it still has issues, don't get me wrong, but generally, season 2 is much better compared to season 1. And I said from the get go, that wasn't exactly a high bar. But I ended up liking season 2 more than I thought it would, to be honest with you. I still think that episode 4 was the best one, like easily so far, but I guess we'll see with the last 2 of how it all pans out. But if you all like this video, and second of all, let me know what you think of this new episode of the TV show. Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, hit the like button and consider hitting that sub button so you do not mess up the reviews for the last 2 episodes of the season. And I'll see you on the next one. Till then, have a good one.